Tyrone Gathers Jr., your host of the Source of KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns in regards to this programming or
Lyne't Gray Show here on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom, Kansas City's first global community radio station. You're most likely watching or listening to the Lyne't Gray Show on Facebook on KUAW-radio, but you can also find not just my show, but all of our other amazing programming by typing the letters KUAW on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TuneIn, and Periscope. You can find it on all of those. I think that's me. Let me turn it down on my other system. Okay, now the echo stopped. We do have an ongoing station fundraiser, and it has not stopped. We will continue to do the station fundraiser for station upgrades. It's amazing they are able to keep us going during the pandorama. So I don't use that other word, but and I appreciate Mr. Walker and everything he's doing to keep us on air and keep us with the quality programming that we're bringing to you. We will be bringing back Dos Minutos with Jorge, and he will start back next week as we will have boxoutstress.com, which is a program that uses boxing. I guess we're going to stick with the boxing thing for September. But a program that uses boxing to help men and women get rid of the stress and alleviate the depression or the possible feeling of suicide, as September is Suicide Awareness Month. So we want to really, really, really address that. And y'all know I've been on a mental health kick, so we're going to stay on that. I appreciate you all. So now, now to our special guest, and I'm gonna let the coach. I'm gonna let the ladies go first and let them introduce themselves. But when you introduce yourself, you gotta give us your title as if Muhammad Ali was giving it to us. So go on ahead. We go go ahead.
There you go.
Go ahead.
All right, my name is Morgan Heartbreaker Farrell, also known now as The Matrix, since moving up to Kansas City. Currently just got ranked 4th in the nation at welterweight and just won silver at the National Golden Glove Tournament of Champions.
Wait a minute, she just said it like she just won silver. No, she won silver with a severely sprained ankle. So we gonna let you redo that with a little bit of I did that.
Oh yeah, so I fought 4 days in a row, made weight every single day, beat all these girls from around the country, made it to the championship, sprained my ankle twice, and the girl lucky she got away with the championship. So I got second place.
There we go. Y'all know what she did. It wasn't just thank you. She showed that she did that. Come on, boxing ballerina, introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Brianna Epperson. I'm the boxing ballerina. I have the National Silver Glove Championship under my belt. I got the National Silver Gloves. Got gold medal at the National Championship. So, and then I got, let's see.
The list goes on and on.
Silver. I got silver with a sprained thumb and at the National Junior Olympics. So let's go.
All righty, and to the coach who just once you replicate something, it's got to be the coaching. It's got to be the coaching once it's replicated successfully. So go on ahead and introduce yourself, Coach Court. Coach Court, lead coach of Against the Grain Boxing, head coach of Morgan and Brianna, and we just out here getting it. We doing what we do. So I want to ask y'all, as a team, how does it feel to be, they know who you are now. Everybody knew who Boxing Ballerina was, but everybody know who Morgan was. So now everybody, how does it feel for everybody to know who y'all are and for y'all to just come out and let people know that y'all are a threat no matter what? Be prepared. Don't come in unprepared thinking you just gonna win against us. How does it feel to put other boxers on alert that you're ready?
Man, it's been such a huge payoff. Just like you said, I saw the skill between Brianna and Coach Courtney, and I could tell the, skill of coaching and everything. So being able to learn the tools that Brianna had and her learning from me and everything, and then us both learning from Coach Courtney. I mean, we're learning literally until we weigh in. He's teaching us something new. And so, like, literally before we get in the ring. So, so that type of mindset where it's like, even if we win, lose, draw, or whatever, or if we don't get a fight, we're still growing and maintaining and everything. So it's like, even though people are seeing us, they really haven't seen everything that we have to offer yet. And that's the thing about boxing is that for me, I only get 9 minutes. Brianna only gets 3 minutes, to actually display what we work on for hours that count for days, that count for weeks, that count for months, so they've seen us and they know that we're out there, but now that we know that the process is working, we just trust the process, just continue to have fun, just continue to level up and know that we got a target on our back, but that just pushes us to go further and everything, keep the head start. Yeah, be great.
I love it because I can tell that not only is there a system, but, from watching y'all from the beginning and then watching your progression of your fights, like you said, you fought. Basically, I was like, that was kind of like the Battle Royal or the Royal Rumble. You had to start from the bottom and work your way up in 4 days. No days off, no breaks, all gas, no breaks. You had to go through 4 days worth of women. And so the one thing I want to ask you, Brianna, now that you're getting to see the adult women side, how much more are you preparing yourself for the belts as an adult? What do you see from watching the women that you said, okay, I need to make sure that I'm mentally prepared in this manner? How do you see yourself? What do you think you need to do to be prepared to step in the ring as an adult? Because you're watching a lot of adult women fight.
Mm-hmm. To get in the ring as an adult, you got to act professionally in and out of the ring. You have to, bring what you do on the outside of the ring translate to what you do on the inside of the ring. So you got to act like a professional in and out, in the gym, out the gym, no matter what you do. So it depends, how you eat, how you act, how you do everything. So I'm, preparing myself, getting ready, watching Morgan, training with Morgan. It's a whole different thing than if I was training with, let's just say, another kid my age, So she's stronger, she's bigger, so that means I got to work harder, and so that we can feed off of each other, So it's just a whole different mindset just working with somebody older.
And the last time you were on the show, you were invited you were too young to be at the Golden Gloves, but you were invited to fight. And were you turning 11 then? How old were you turning?
Yes, I was turning 11 years old.
And how old are you now?
I'm 12. Gonna be 13.
She didn't turn 12. Y'all, she's doing things, and a lot of people just see it because y'all always see her on her dad's page, training and things like that. But people forget how young she is. And you forget how young she is when she talks as well, and the way she's poised. You forget that she's not 13, 14, 15. She's 12. She just turned 12. But you've been out here winning. So, Coach, I'm going to ask you a question that's just different. How did you feel when you saw your boxer get in there and knowing she was injured and she walked away with the sit? How did you feel every time she won? And then once she won that silver, how did you feel seeing her, knowing that she trusted the process and she came out after 4 days with that silver?
Like, let me give you a little history. Morgan came from Oklahoma here, moved from Oklahoma here to join us. So that let me know that she trusted what she saw as far as the process of what we were doing. So I tell Morgan, now I got to treat you like you're my daughter. So you're going to get yelled at, you're going to get fussed at, but it's for your benefit. You know what I mean? So to watch her win all four of those fights, three straight, then four, I was elated, like it was my own kid. Like I was happy. Like I'm on the side of the ring, beating my chest out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was exciting. It was emotional. You know, to watch what they go through here with me, and then take it to the ring and watch them grow. It's like a parent watching his children grow. You know, you happy that they're growing into, and they're going to get everything they train for. You know, man, that's a great feeling. Like, because truth be told, and I'm gonna say it, had she not have hurt her ankle, that'd be a gold medal around her chest, around her neck. That's a gold. That should be a gold medal. But
and we know if you call it, it's the truth. And that's what I was gonna say, because you said something that I didn't know. Morgan, you moved up to Kansas City. You moved states to train. What was your motivation to say, okay? Because I have plenty of time. I have several opportunities to jump states and jump countries and start over. And I'm like, ugh. So what truly made you say, okay, nah, I'm going up there, I'm moving, it's now or never? What motivated you in that mindset?
I was already motivated. I already knew this has been kind of like in the works and time and everything. I was already in Tulsa. You know, I was already boxing. I was already saving up. I was going to go to the 2020 national championships that Brianna and Coach Courtney were going to be at. So I was kind of coming up here to train with them and to spar and everything. And but then I had gotten a blood staph infection the week before the championship tournament that was supposed to be in December. I had to be hospitalized. I was septic at the time. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I couldn't lift my arms above my head. I was in severe pain that only like morphine would help with. And I had to have emergency surgery that cut through my abs. So I pretty much had to completely start back over. I was on a PICC line of antibiotics for 6 weeks after I was out of the hospital and everything. And I was bedridden for about 3 months. So I had just spent all this time, and I had just spent all this time working on the front lines for COVID at a primary care doctor's office where we were testing COVID patients and treating them. So I just spent all this time, you know, working overtime, saving up my money, you know, knowing that I needed to make a move so that I could grow my boxing, because I'm from Oklahoma and there's amazing boxers and coaches and everything. But I knew that the level I needed to go to, Coach Courtney was already taking his daughter to those tournaments, and they already had the mindset of, we're going beyond this, you know, so somewhere where it's not like, we're just trying to go here to see where we're at, but we're going out here to win. We're going out here to get to the next level. And so being with a coach that has the same, and the team that has the same mindset was everything I needed. You know, I could have moved to Houston or Philadelphia or California, or, you know, some of those bigger boxing cities, but it's the people. You know, I do not like snow. I don't like cold. So Coach Courtney knew this. So I came out to Kansas City knowing for the winter that I'm preparing myself for. But I'm so happy being in Kansas City, and I've been getting great sparring, great work and everything. And then just working with the team and stuff. I mean, we could be in a garage and we would still be leveling up every time. So
that's a testimony, y'all. I don't care what nobody says. That is a testimony, and the blessing of God is all over you, because you went from being bedridden and to, you know, winning the silver medal with even with a sprained ankle or sprained foot. You know, that is that to me, that testimony literally, you know, summarizes against the grain. You know, a lot of people don't know that T in there is the cross. Against the grain, the T in there. So that summarizes the power. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That right there, that summarizes that in a nutshell. That's a powerful, I didn't even expect you to say you had gone through all of that to fight back, come back. And then just, oh my gosh, every time he posted, I was like, yes. I was missing half some of it. I'm asleep, half asleep, but I make sure I kept checking his page daily. So Brianna, ballerina, boxing ballerina. So what did it feel like to finally be able to get back in the ring? Because I know they canceled almost all of your stuff last year. So how did it feel to finally be able to step back in the ring? And I know this last one, did your opponent not show up or what happened? But tell me how it felt to get back in the ring first, and then you can address the last one.
So when I got to the national championships in Shreveport, Louisiana, I had all this pent up energy. I'm banging the car doors, just beating stuff up. I just had so much energy and I was so ready to get back in. And, that energy that I had propelled me forward. And that's how I got my gold medal at the national championships. And so, to get back in, it feels so good because, I live for this. This is, I eat, sleep, dream this, this is my life. I can't, basically I can't live without it, So this is just, when they canceled everything, I was heartbroken. I was ready to go because, they canceled everything a week before we were supposed to leave to Reno, Nevada. For the Western qualifier, so we were already prepared, ready to go, and then they canceled it the week before. So I was heartbroken. I wanted to go, and they canceled everything else. And so, getting back to, a few weeks ago at the National Silver Gloves, my opponents, at first my name wasn't even on either of the list, the unopposed list or the opposed list. And then, we got there, we were like, my name's not on it, so they're like, okay, whatever, we'll figure it out. And then I got there, I weighed in and waited until like an hour before the tournament started. And then I found out I had no opponents.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, very crazy. We can't get, at the National Silver Gloves, it's always so hectic because you can't get any information. You don't get your information till like it's the time. So very hectic, very crazy. But, I came out with gold,
Thing is, what I say to her is she was a little bit discouraged. And I said, well, the victory is you did your part. You can't control when girls don't make weight or don't sign up. I mean, they're there. We know they're there. We see them at nationals. I mean, if they don't want to show up, they don't want to make weight. That's on them. So take that gold medal and keep your head high.
Yes, you wear that gold medal with pride because you put in the effort to earn it. You knew you were gonna win when you got in there anyway. But and I will say, I was like, oh, so she backed out when she realized who she was fighting. I mean, that could be it too. But don't ever, that was the first thing that came to my mind, was that the person backed out when she realized who she was fighting. So, no matter what, you did what you were supposed to do and you showed up. You showed up. You were not given that medal. I could not have gone in there and qualified and gotten the medal. So think about it like that. You put in the work for that medal and you got it. If your opponent didn't show up, you have nothing to you couldn't go drag her and make her sign up or make, like you said, coach, make her make weight. You can't make someone do what they're supposed to do. So, coach, from the coach's perspective, from the coach's standpoint, how do you feel? Tell us, just run through now that y'all are in this. Are y'all in a slow season right now? Or y'all still fighting what's going on?
We ain't never in a slow season. I don't know what nobody else do, but we keeping it hopping every day. The next tournament is national championships again. It'll be in Shreveport, Louisiana again. So from now till the end, we training. Morgan didn't tell you that she also has a gold medal around her neck too.
Oh yeah.
From Texas. We went out to Lubbock, Texas, the Junior Olympics. That's where Brianna got silver. And Morgan won the gold there. So it's there it is.
Okay, Morgan, I know you, I could tell you kind of, you're confident in your skills, but you don't like, we need you to start, at least you ain't got to trash talk your opponent, but at least let everybody know, I ain't to be played with. These hands is real. You got to let them know these hands are real. You don't have to trash talk your opponent if you don't want to, but you just let everybody know these hands are real. I ain't the one to be played with, because I didn't even know you had a goal. Wow. How did it feel getting that?
That was awesome. We had Kansas City Golden Gloves before that fight. So we fought Kansas City regional Golden Gloves like a week before we fought in the Texas tournament. So being able just to be in the ring and get the ring rust off and feeling like I really am back in this, and being able to be in front of the people, and if you ever been to a boxing match, it's a lot different than like if you ever been to like wrestling or anything like that. Like the energy in there, it's very electric, but people are very respectful and everything as well too. So with the for Kansas City, they had it at the Memorial Hall. Yeah. And so they had all the lights off. I mean, we got to walk out and everything. Brianna got to walk with me. Some of the girls in the gym got to walk with me and got to walk me out and everything. And that was really, really awesome. And I got to fight in front of Kansas City people, which, I don't have a big Kansas City fan base or people that know me and stuff. So doing that was really awesome. And then going out to Texas and being able to fight a really game opponent. She came from all the way from New York, drove 30 hours just for this fight. She was ranked, I think, 6th in the nation and the division, and I'm just kind of still getting back and everything. So I knew she was going to be a tough fight and everything, but when I got in there though, then I'm like, oh, this is mine. Like, then it was just domination. Like, so
you were fully prepared. And I think the way Coach Court trains y'all, it once you get in there and you feel your opponent, you already know you the one. You just have to stick to what he's saying and stick to what he teaches. And Coach, tell me about these, because she said you basically calling audibles all the way up until it's time for them to box. So what be going through your head when you throwing out this stuff?
It's the way I think. I'm like, I never stop rolling. It's like when I see, it's like when we go to the tournaments, and sometimes you get an opportunity to see your person doing mid work, throwing punches and this, that, and the third. If I see it, I'm examining, and I'm like, okay, she throws a jab this way, she throws a 2 this way, she throws a 2. We're gonna pick her apart. We're gonna stop the jab, and we're gonna work the body and go back upstairs. And this is how you're gonna break. This is how you're gonna split her guard. So I'm just coming up with stuff, and but the thing is, when you have great students, it works, because I got two boxers that soak up information and they translate it to the ring, and we come out successful a lot of times.
And you just said something for the young people who might be watching, because I used to always tell my sons when they played sports, and I have one who's running cross country, I always tell them, you got to be coachable. Because you can think that you could have the best skills in the world, but the coach sees what you don't see. So you got to be coachable, you got to be willing. So that's a beautiful thing that y'all have this thing going where they're completely coachable, and you are seeing, and that's amazing, because you just breaking them down as you watching them. I'd be like, am I fighting it? I'm gonna do this out in the car or something. Put up some towels so he can't see my methods. But that's amazing. That goes to show for your boxing IQ and your studying of the sport, and your dedication to your fighters. So now we got till December. Okay, here's the question I was going to ask, because I remember when you said someone bought a bunch of people. I don't know if it was a bunch of people on their team or a whole group of fans with them. Due to COVID, have they opened up for fans to really come in, or is it still limited, or how are they doing the boxing scene now?
The big tournaments are still limited as far as the fans are concerned. The last tournament was the Silver Gloves. That was the first one where I saw like a constant, pretty good sized crowd in the, and that was here in Independence. So that was the first one, I'm assuming that December would be the same, limited crowd. I mean, you know, we hope the crowd can come though. We hope the crowd can come.
So, yeah, so I'm asking that because I'm saying like, can y'all get the Kansas City crowd behind y'all? You know, and people start, you know, diehard fans know when your schedule is coming and they can sign up to go to different matches, or, you know, y'all will have a constant ATG, you know, fan base with you at all points in times, because we already know y'all winners, you know, and everybody loves a winner. So it ain't gonna take much to get everybody on y'all bandwagon. It's really not.
I just tell them all the time, we just got to keep working. You know, everything else will come in the steps. We just got to keep working.
Yeah.
We just got to keep doing what we do. You know, let all the people outside talk what they need to talk, say what they need to say. We got to keep doing what we do.
And when you've taught, and that's what I was just telling my son, just became a head coach of the very first team that he ever played football for. And he was like, Mama, he said, I'm confident in them. I said, well, as long as you teach them the fundamentals and you keep reiterating that and you make them great at that, then everything else comes into place and you don't worry about what anybody else got to say. You do your part and you have them do their part. And that's what that's the beautiful thing about what you got going. And that's why I said, you know, when you can repeat this with different people, this is a system to success, you know, and this is a beautiful thing, especially for women and young lady boxers. This is a beautiful thing because when I was younger, it wasn't a thing. And by the time women boxing really became a thing was when Layla Ali came out, and I was already a full wife with a whole bunch of kids. So I wasn't getting, but
right.
So, do you have any other boxers coming? Champ, we ain't heard from Champ since Champ was last there. But Champ done got big, and them hands are fierce.
He's on a different level. He's different. He's different.
10 months old, punch the crib.
He's different. He's born that way.
Yeah.
Yes, to answer the question, we got a girl on the way. Man, she was already an amateur boxer. She took some time off. She went to law school. She's a lawyer. So give us about a month. Give us about a month, and we'll have another ATG lady. And we also got two. You remember the first time we came on your show? What's my man's name? We got Kels. No.
I know who you're talking. Yes, his daughter. Y'all got his daughter?
His daughter. She's here. Was it Oma? King Oma? Is that him?
Yep, King Oma.
Every now and again, Brianna spars his son, but we got Kels' daughter here, Raquel. She's joining us, and we got another girl coming. D, her name is D. Yeah, we rolling.
You said you gonna take it over. You ain't even playing. You gonna take it over in every weight class. You plan on taking it over in every single one. I love it, and I love the motivation. I love the confidence that your fighters have. You know, that's the beautiful thing that they have this. Oh yeah, because every time they get to talking about their fights, they get this like, yeah, they knew when they had it in the bag. They just had to keep it together. So. Now that, I forgot to ask the main question. After y'all got done with, well, y'all ain't took no time off. So y'all can't have like celebratory snacks and stuff like that or favorite foods because y'all still keep training constantly, right?
No, we did. We took some time off. Yeah. We took it was probably what, a week and a half, 2 weeks? Well, I mean, we were training, but it wasn't as strict as normal. So we had to have some victory dinners and all that good stuff. So, you know, I gotta treat them. They work hard. You know what I mean? So I gotta treat them with a look. I gotta treat them.
They
Every
said
now and
yes, because we work hard. We definitely need our
Yeah,
treats.
they do.
That is a wonderful thing. So now I'm going to ask you, Morgan, first. Being that you've like he said, ran 3 straight fights and then had to fight the 4th. You've got your gold medal. What would you tell the woman who's interested but not sure if she can do it? The woman, young woman, but someone in your category, your age category. What would you say to her to prepare her mind to just go ahead and do it?
I would tell her, run with it. You know, you're going to be your biggest motivation and you're going to be your biggest critic. So even if it's with boxing or starting a business or going back to school or whatever it is, I tell them, go at it, full force. Because the worst thing that's going to happen is that you lose a fight. You know, you fail a class, you fail a test, something like that. But you have to be able to take those losses to be able to learn. So if that's the worst, and once you get over the fear of losing, then there's nothing that can hold you back. Because you're going to have, especially like in boxing, we have a lot of people that talk and everything like that. You know, you got a lot of people, and just the paranoia of, oh, what are people going to think? Or, oh, what if they see this? What if, you know, they're going to tell me I'm not doing things right or something like that. Cut all that out and just go for it yourself, because this is something that makes you happy, whatever it is, then no one can take that from you. So once you become your biggest supporter and your biggest fan and your biggest motivation, and you get up because of your own why, then no one else can shake that. You know, not family, not friends, not teammates. You know, you have to be, people say that I am severely stubborn, and I am, because I have to be, you know, because I can't let any other voices sway me about what I need to do, because I have a list of things I have to do every single day to keep myself accountable and to keep myself ready for tomorrow. So if I don't get today done, then tomorrow I suffer. So people don't realize that's why I go to sleep early. That's why I have to eat right. That's why, you know, all this stuff. If it's something that you love, make your whole life about it and go for it.
That is a beautiful message. Go ahead, coach. Go ahead, coach.
Write it down.
You hear? She's a winner. I'm telling you. She's a winner.
But you know what? You gave some life lessons that people can transfer over into, because when you said write it down, complete that list, because if you don't complete it tonight, you got to do it tomorrow. You know, go to bed early, eat right. That's stuff that people don't have the discipline to do in everyday life, let alone trying to be a boxer. So you know, and I will always say this, to me, boxers have the utmost of discipline. I've seen how boxers train, and at some point in time, you know, just the training for your 9 minutes and 3 minutes in the ring, you're putting in a lot of training, and it takes discipline to say, I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to commit to doing this and still work and still complete my schoolwork. And, you know, it takes commitment. So, Brianna, now that you're 12, now that you got all your awards and your medals and your belts, and you're improving, what would you say is the biggest motivation for you every single day now? From the time, you know, we heard your motivation when you were younger. What's your biggest motivation now to keep going?
My biggest motivation is my brothers. I have 2 little brothers, and I want to open doors for them. I want them to have an easier way in life. You know, I want them to be able to go to these national tournaments like I do. I want them to be able to have all the achievements that I have. You know, I want the best for my little brother, so I'm going to try to open doors for them. And, you know, I'm trying my hardest right now so I can open doors for Champ, because he's coming up next. You know,
He gonna kick his own doors.
I know. I mean, yeah, but
Champ is ready. But you know what I love about that is that she called off her little brothers, and I have a daughter. And my daughter is 28, and that has been her motivation to the point she's accomplished amazing things. And so to hear you say that success is yours, It's already yours. You just keep going and keep. And her little brothers, we were just talking about that. Her little brothers being her motivation for success and to be successful, to make sure that they have doors open. And she was talking to our my 16-year-old. I say our because she's mama too. She tell me what to do, I do it. But she was like, I have a friend here who's going to do this, this, and this. All you need to do is do this, this, and this. And so that's what it sounds like to me. And it's already laid out. You doing the same thing. You're laying it out. And all your little brothers got to do is just walk through the door and talk to the people you tell them to talk to and do what they're supposed to do, and they'll be successful. That's a beautiful thing. And especially for a 12-year-old, that is extremely beautiful. Now, Coach, what is, and I'm going to ask you the same question, but I want to hear your answer. What is your motivation daily to keep going, to keep getting up, even when you know, your dad, your husband, business owner, to keep going? What is your motivation daily?
For them to reach all their goals, for them to, sky's the limit. You know, and if I can help in any way, that's just it. That's all of it in a nutshell. Is to watch them grow exponentially and just keep growing. Just keep going for what you like, for what you love, for what you need. Just keep going. Like I said, if I can help, let's get it. You know, that's my biggest motivation, is to watch them
now,
get every.
I forgot to have you call off how people can contact you. So go ahead and give everybody your information on how to contact Against the Grain, for if they want to, you know, come in and start training with you or whatever. You tell them what all services Against the Grain offers, and take this time to lay out all your contact information.
Okay, you can contact me on Facebook at Against the Grain LLC. Instagram is ATG Grind. We are out here in Independence off of 23rd and Nolan at the City Light Boxing Gym. This is our home. This is where we train. This is where the beginners class come. I have the girls help with the beginners class when they come in, and just come in and talk to Coach Chino, set up some appointment, and let's go. Let's go. I mean, that's it.
And speaking of that, that was something I forgot until you just said it. You got to work with, was it a school or a girls group? Because it was amazing. Tell us more about that.
We, this past summer, June, as the girls were training to go to Texas, to go to regional Golden Gloves. I mean, trust me, they were training every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, maybe twice a day. They were volunteering, we volunteered our time to reach for the Win for KC, nonprofit organization who reaches out to women through sport. These girls reached about 800 girls. We worked every day for 4 weeks straight. And
Kids. A lot of girls.
A lot of girls.
A lot of girls.
A lot of girls. And they did it, man.
Oh, that is awesome. Really wow. Is. See, I didn't know it was that many girls. I thought it was probably like 50 girls, because I saw the picture and it looked like it was about 50 girls in the picture.
That's one setting.
Yeah, that's just one day.
That's one setting in the morning. We had 2 of those groups every day.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely amazing. And that goes to show for the character of the camp, you know, and the spirit of the camp, period, that y'all have going with ATG, because, you know, that's commitment, because y'all still training and then y'all working with 800 girls. That's a beautiful thing. Also, Brianna, tell us about the, you were honored and given an award at a banquet. Tell us more about it.
Oh yeah, so I was awarded to the Win for KC Children's Mercy Rising Star Award in 2019. There was this huge banquet, so beautiful. And then there was another award that Dad got me into. It's called the Athena Awards. So we won't have information about who the winner is until October. But it was beautiful too. those are the biggest places where you can find women from all over the world. The
Powerful ladies.
very, very powerful ladies that are on the top. Probably my most favorite that I've met so far was Kathy Nelson. She is the one who set up the Kansas City Chiefs parade. And if you want to put a basketball team, a baseball team, any type of sports team, you got to go through her. She is on the top, and she's most of my favorite.
She's on the top.
And she's my favorite.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. Now, going forward, what can we expect from the team as a 2022? What you see that y'all might have on the horizon, might not, hopefully this, that, and the other. Tell me what's going on in 2022, so we can keep track, everybody. Oh, you have a fan, and the fan is in, she said she's somewhere, I can't call it up, but it's in Colorado. But she's in Colorado, but she doesn't have good internet.
Oh, okay.
So where she's at in Colorado, she doesn't get good internet. But she said that she's rooting for y'all. She loves ATG, and her name is Karen. And Karen is rooting for y'all. Karen loves ATG, and she said keep it up. She said she can't keep up as much because her internet don't work good. But she told me to. She literally. It's funny, Coach Court, because she literally. We had just got done talking about my show and everything, and she's like, so you're never going to bring the boxing ballerina back on? I was like, yes, when she has time, she'll be back on. And then I turned around and told her, I was like, she's coming back. And then we found out it was a scheduling conflict. So I was like, well, she's not coming this time, but I was sure to let her know. But she's rooting. You have fans outside of Kansas City and Team ATG. But Coach, what you looking for 2022 for y'all?
2022, we're going to keep it the same, but we're going to take it up another level. For Morgan, and I mean both of them, but especially for Morgan, we're going to change weight classes. We're going to find another weight class to dominate. We're going down to 141 to finish some 146 to finish some unfinished business. The Nationals is right before the beginning of the new year. So that's where we're going, and we want to get more of what we came
National champions. We're trying to have two national champions up here.
Come on now, talking, Morgan.
We're trying to get it all.
Yes. So is it hard to switch weight class and like hold your weight? Because I always see like wrestlers, MMA, and boxers say, you sometimes compete in a different weight class. How hard is it to switch weight classes and actually make weight when you do?
It's about discipline, planning, and maintaining. It takes a lot of planning. I mean, you have to if you want to make the weight and everything, you have to plan months in advance, and it takes a lot of the routine, eating the same things over and over again, sleeping right. You have to have it all detailed and planned out in advance and prepared for you before, you can't, a lot of people, that's their problem, is that they'll say, the month of the fight, I got to lose 20 pounds and the fight in 2 weeks or something. No, you want to start 3 months in advance, slowly maintain the weight so that then you're naturally walking around at that weight. So I think Brianna and I are both very disciplined enough in that we know our bodies and everything. So maintaining that sort of weight and everything would be good and doable and easy, and be able to stay strong and everything for it. Because especially for the tournaments that you have to go to for every single day, you don't have time or energy to be able to go up and down, take a drink of water and you gain 10 pounds. You have to, you have to really have a true weight. You really want to be underweight because you can't weigh an ounce over at these tournaments. If the weight division is at 152, you can't be 152.1 or you're out. You're DQ'd right there. So just being able to stay disciplined and then, taking the time off and everything, but it also comes with the mental and everything, because you don't want to balloon up and down. You don't want to eat a ton and, having to lose a lot of weight and everything like that. And
a day. You got to lose that weight in a day when you're at those tournaments. Yeah, because weight can fluctuate at, let's just say you have one strawberry, you're not supposed to. I mean, anything, you eat anything you're not supposed to, that's not in your diet.
One salty cashew, it's over.
Yeah, yeah, like it can take one thing and you gotta get that weight down in that night.
So one of my rules that I implemented with them is our walking around weight, we have to be within 5 to 7 pounds of our fight weight. So therefore there's no crash, because for one, that's unhealthy. You know, the brain is not fully functioning because you haven't fed it. So I'm like, no, that's not how we're going to do things. You see that on TV all the time where a fighter might weigh in and the next day they're 15 to 20 pounds heavier than they were when they weighed in. Your brain is still not functioning on a high level. Now, I don't care how much you rehydrate it to. So our rule is let's walk around about 5 to 7 pounds within our fight weight. So when it's time to make weight, it's easy. We coast in, we're the most healthiest people there, and so let's go. Let's get it.
And it helps.
That's our advantage.
You are, what you say, 5 to 7 pounds, but you gotta be that weight months ahead, and then you slowly, gradually getting down to your weight. You don't want to crash the weight, then hold it. You gotta slowly graduate, because if you crash the weight right then and there, your brain is going for months at a time without a lot of food, without a lot of water. You're holding that weight, and that's not healthy for nobody. No matter how much you think you're gonna be okay with that, it's not gonna be okay. Your brain's not fully connected to your body after that. So you gotta be fully prepared. You gotta, not get crazy. So gradually going down, so much easier for us. We can just coast in. We're good. A lot of girls and boys that we know crash the weight and, are not fully there right there,
You have to be able to be a chef and everything at home. You have to be able to, get all your sleep. You really have to be able, eating right and stuff, because you can eat, a low calorie, but it's a, fast food or something like that, but if you really want to eat the nutrients and everything like that, trying to be your strongest, all that. So planning and being prepared.
Amen.
Yeah. And what's
I like
up.
that. And y'all literally just taught. I like that because I have a son who wrestled in high school, and his normal wrestling weight, he was the lightest class they had. But because he was so good and he could wrestle and take down the bigger boys, they had him put on, which I didn't like. They had him put on 15 pounds. And I mean, he junk food, he dirty bulked that 15 pounds. And he was always like, Mama, I'm so tired. Because they got up and they would go train in the morning before school, and then they would stay after school and train. And his body looked amazing. He was ripped and shredded, but his brain fog. You explain to me what happened to him. Because when they dirty bulked him like that, his brain couldn't catch up. And then after he won his little match against that guy, they had him drop all the weight back down. And he was still brain fogged. And I was like, boy, why are you acting like acting like you're crazy? He's like, I just got a headache. And I'm like, well, here, drink some water. I didn't understand, but you just broke it down. So hopefully there are parents whose children, hopefully the boxing coaches ain't doing it, but I'm pretty sure they are. But, hopefully the parents whose children wrestle and things like that can understand what you all just said, because they are seeing the brain. It clicked. That's why I did like that when you said boys too, because it clicked. I was like, whoa, that's what was going on with him. They had him dirty bulked at 15 pounds, but his brain didn't catch up. And then he took it back off real quick and went back to his norm. I think he was like 120-pound weight class or something. He was a slimmed guy, very, very fit. And because he was a cross-country runner, so you know how lean he was. Right. And so I appreciate y'all giving that educational portion of this show. So now my last question I'm gonna ask: favorite song while you training? What's y'all favorite song while you training?
My favorite song is Dance Monkey by Tunes and I. One of my favorite songs. All I gotta do is just turn it on and I'm good to go for the rest of the night. just put it on an hour loop, 2 hour loops. And then the other one that I really like is Thunder by Imagine Dragons. That's also one of my favorite songs. It's like my motivation right there.
That's a motivational song. What's yours, Morgan?
I don't have a song per se, but when you see me running with my headphones and I'm singing, then you know it's about to be some trouble, because that's when I'm feeling like really good. Like every time before we fight and stuff, we're in the hotel and I got headphones and I'm just like singing to myself, I'm dancing and running and stuff, like, and I've gone out and dominated every time. So I just be singing.
You in the zone, you ready to go. Once they see you out going, it's a wrap. They would rather see you quiet and walk.
Yeah,
Dancing.
Once I start singing and everything, I'm feeling really good. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank y'all so much. Thank you, Against the Grain LLC. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Coach Court. I look forward to when y'all come back with more medals, more belts. I look forward to it all, because they showing out here, y'all. They showing out. Y'all see this? Y'all. I am so happy.
Watch out. Hey, watch out for my girl, JoJo. JoJo's coming in camp. She's already been working out with us. So watch out. We got.
So I'm gonna tell y'all this before we go. Whenever Coach Court sends me something, he be like, "Sis, check out this fighter." And I'll be like, "Oh!" And I get so excited. I get to yell and be throwing my phone on my bed. And every time. So, Coach, you got it. You got it. You know how to train. You know how to bring out the best in your fighters. And that's the sign of a true coach, that he uses his fighters' abilities for them to do the best that they can. And so I appreciate y'all. I am so excited. Thank y'all for coming on, because I know y'all busy. Thank y'all so much for coming on. And y'all get some rest, because y'all still at the gym at 9 o'clock at night.
I need to go eat. I know.
Right. Y'all ain't left to go get nothing to eat. None of that.
Yeah.
Salad.
Yeah. We need to go eat ourselves.
I want to thank Against the Grain LLC. I want to thank Morgan, Brianna, and Coach Courtney. Thank y'all again for coming on the Lyne't Gray Show. It's a pleasure every single time. Thank you all for watching the Lyne't Gray Show. We'll be back next week with boxoutstress.com and Dos Minutos with Jorge. And we want to thank Mr. Walker for keeping us on air every single week. And everybody have a beautiful week. Joy, love, peace, happiness, health, wealth, well-being, total enlightenment. I want to send a special I love you to my fiance. He just buried his brother today. And I want him to understand that, hey, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. God's got you. I want to take everybody, joy, love, peace, happiness, health, wealth, well-being, total enlightenment, and y'all take care. Against the Grain LLC. Y'all look out for them. Watch out for them. They coming. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.